Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Ashton Burrell, and today we have a special treat in store for you guys today. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Get your notepads, get your pens out, your Sharpies, whatever you want to use, because we're going back to school today. Now, I know you guys are at home like, oh, why are we going back to school? But this is going to be fun. We got some fashion tips coming from Rick Styles, the do's and don'ts of the first day. We got some people that's going to jog us down memory lane and tell us some of their favorite back-to-school memories. And then we also going to go into the homes of some people as they talk about how they prepare for their first day of school. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Talk of the Town.
I'm Tanya Foster Cartbo, and I have two children. Abdul Cartbo III, who's 8, and Kaya Cartbo, who is 12.
What's the hardest part about getting them ready, from that summer transition to the school?
I think with Abdul, the hardest part is getting him to focus. Abdul is a tablet king. He likes to get on YouTube and games, so getting him up in the morning, getting him to brush his teeth, getting him to fix his snack and have breakfast without him playing with the tablet. He doesn't want to match his clothes, so it's like, Abdul, get up, get your clothes. Abdul, get your socks. Abdul, fix your shirt. So that's the hardest part with him, is just getting him to focus, threatening to turn off the tablet. I never do, but I do threaten all the time.
He says, bye, Mom, he's off. So what do you see is the difference from him being, the young kid who, always mommy this, mommy that, to transitioning to the elementary school?
It's hard for a mother, for me, because my son has always been a mama's boy. He used to go to school, mommy give me a hug, mommy walk me to class. Last year it was like, okay, walk me to class. This year it's, mommy, you can just drop me off. I don't need you to go to my class. I don't need you to carry my book bag. I don't need you to come sit at my desk. He don't want me to do any of that this year. He just want me to get him to the door and pull off. He don't even want me to get out the car this year. So it's kind of hard for me, because that's my baby boy. And now he's going to be my third grader who doesn't need me as much. So it might be a little hard for me this year, but we'll get through it, I guess. We'll get through it. But he's growing quickly, he's changing. He knows how he wants his hair now. He wants dreadlocks, or he doesn't want to wear these kind of clothes. He wants Nikes as opposed to, he has a lot of decisions he's making now for school, and what he want to wear, and how he want to do his hair, and he doesn't need me as much. So it's a little difficult.
So what's some of the things and responsibilities you face now that you're a big boy now?
I don't know.
What are some of the chores you have to do?
I'll clean the coffee table, take out the garbage, do the recycling, and do my rooms.
So do you feel as though you're more independent now?
Yes.
Now that you're growing up?
Yeah.
What are some things that you think are important for you growing up and becoming a big boy?
Get ready for football practice, go to school, do my work, do my homework, do my chores.
What are things you do this year that your mom didn't let you do last year now that you're growing up?
Last year, she didn't let me, she didn't let me go outside by myself. Now, when my friends is over, I get to go outside with them.
Kaya is a different kid. She's not a morning person. She's a night person. She's up all night, so again, getting her into bed by 10, and then getting her up in the morning. I have to get her up an extra half an hour because she's a girl. She's 12. So picking clothes, doing my hair, which water bottle will I take, which book bag shall I pack, what shoes do I wear. So with Kaya, it's a little different.
The young lady, do you see yourself in her, with the middle school transition, and, the different, what you want to wear, the latest fashion, the different cliques in the school, the
That's
girl
difficult.
drama, things like that.
It's I was a teenage girl, but things are different now. But Kaya is Jordans, $125, $180 sneakers. I don't know what that is. She got to have her hair done every week, and she want her nails done, and everything is girly or flashy or sparkly or glittery. She asked me, can she wear makeup this year? She's only going in the 7th grade. She doesn't want to wear the shoes that I used to buy. Everything that I say, let's go shopping, everything that I want to buy is not what she wants to wear. She wants to wear leggings and the shirts and those skirts and the little half jackets. And I'm like, what happened to just regular jeans and sneakers? Boys are going to be looking at you now. These things that I have to get used to. Because she's not an average 12-year-old either. But, she doesn't talk to me as much as she used to. She's always on that phone, or, Mommy, can I go here? Mommy, can I go to the mall with my friends? So it's a big transition for me with her because, I'm close to my children. So for her to kind of pull away, it's a little hard.
So what kind of advice would you give the elementary school kids coming into middle school to prepare for them?
Definitely just do your work as soon as possible. Don't, if the teacher gives you a week to do an assignment, don't wait until the day before. Be a leader, don't follow the crowd, and stay away from all the drama.
So how are you going to prepare for the first day?
It'll probably be difficult getting up and picking out my clothes. Probably gonna change a lot of times. Yeah.
We're gonna change a lot of times.
Yeah.
What's the toughest thing to keep up with in middle school as a second year middle schooler?
I would say grades, because everything's just a lot harder. It gets harder every grade, but I think middle school, it's just preparing for everything that you do reflects on college and stuff. So you have to make sure that you're not playing around and that you're focused.
Walk us through your first day coming from elementary school into your first day in middle school.
There was a lot of there's a lot of new people, and from elementary school, the year before 5th grade, I was the oldest, or we were the oldest, so we kind of ran everything. Now there's the 7th and 8th graders who already know how it goes, so we were kind of just everywhere, and we didn't know our classes or our teachers, and we didn't know where to go, so it was kind of very scary, all these big kids, and then we're just kind of
what's going to be maybe new responsibilities that you're going to face being a second year middle schooler?
Well, something that I would have liked when I was in 6th grade was maybe some of the older kids helping out. So I know some of the 6th graders coming in, so definitely showing them around and making sure they know what's going on and they're not just totally scattered all over the place.
Mother, is she a little more lenient now that you get older on certain things?
No, there's more pressure actually now that I'm getting older, cause she even though I've always been the older sibling, she wants me to look after my brother more now and make sure everything's in order, and it's she knows that I know what I have to do, so it's kind of I know you know what you have to do, so don't play around.
Is there any advice that you take from having her in elementary school to having the young guy in elementary school that you apply to him?
With them being two different sexes is different. I tend to be harder on her because she's a girl, she's a young girl in today's days, so I'm a little harder on her. I want her to be aware of how she looks. It's okay to be pretty and to smell good and to look nice, but I also want her to understand that it's not always about how she looks. It's about using the brain that she has. She's a smart girl. I want her to understand that I would prefer her to be a geek than to be the supermodel type, or you know. So I'm a little different with her. With him, I just want him to just focus. You know, I just tell him all the time it was a big change for her from elementary to middle school. It was a huge transition in 1 year. So I think that jump from elementary to middle school is major. It's major. It's not as much. The teachers are not on you and focused on you as much, because now you're in the middle school and you have several teachers who have several students, so they don't have that same time. So it's different. I'm a little harder on her than I am on him because she's a girl. My husband goes the opposite way. He's harder on my son because he's a boy. He wants him to be a man one day and do certain things. So I think it varies with parents. So all I just say is you just have to keep them both focused at the same time. You know, they're going to make mistakes, and, you know, sometimes I just have to understand that those are mistakes that need to be made and not be too hard on them. But with Kaya, I think I'm stricter.
What's any advice you could give to parents, you know, who got their kid about to go into middle school? Some first day tips.
First day tips. Oh, I would just say, just be prepared for anything. Kaya's first day of middle school, she came home with a whole new set of friends from what she grew up with. And you have those cliques in middle school. You have the mean girls and the popular girls. You know, you have the quiet, shy ones. So just be prepared for anything, but talk to your kids, middle school, high school, whatever kid. Talk to them, because when they come home, they're not going to tell you anything. I mean, a lot of my information that I got was from other parents who other kids would talk to me, but not to their parents. So just talk to them and just be prepared for anything, really. That's all I could really say.
Did you know about 40% of high school graduates don't attend college each year due to financial restraints? So that's why I decided to start the Hometown Hero Club, where 25% of each purchase will go towards a scholarship fund and be awarded at the end of each year to the next hometown hero. Once again, thanks to the Cargos for letting us into their household and seeing how things are going over there as they prepare for their first day of school. Now let's go take a look at our friend Darcy and see how her and her family are preparing for the new school year.
My name is Darcy Simoresti. I have two daughters heading into the 4th grade, twin girls, just about to turn 9. And I'm also a member of the board of the Highland Park Board of Education.
So with two young ladies, I know it could get hectic, especially when getting ready for the school year. So what are some things that you guys will help you prepare for the school year, especially with two girls running around?
Especially, and not only do I have two girls to help get ready for the school year, I also have a husband to help get ready for the school year because he's a teacher in New Brunswick. So this time of year for us is all about getting ready to go back to school. So I don't know. I mean, we just try to keep ourselves as organized as possible because there's so much to do between doing all the back to school shopping and getting everybody's activities lined up. And for 4th grade, it's even more stuff to get ready for because they get to do instruments. So Fiona's going to do viola this year. She's super excited about that, but I have to remember to get the rental set up. And it's a very, very exciting time of year. Very busy, very exciting.
So what's the environment like on the first day of school? You know, from the past, what could you say, a couple words that could describe the first day?
For us, it's really exciting. We do a walking school bus to school, which is so much fun. So it's not just us leaving and taking our, kind of gratuitous first day school pictures, but it's meeting our friends at the walking school bus, seeing everybody for the first time. Everybody's all excited. Everybody's all dressed up. And we just have a really great, beautiful weather, first day walk to school, and it's just really exciting.
And what are some of the different things that you've seen, from approaching last back to school and approaching this year's back to school amongst the girls?
Well, one thing I'm sure they'll be excited to tell you about is the big difference for 4th grade is that they get to have locks on their lockers. They're really excited about that. They just think that's the coolest thing ever.
You guys ready for the new school year?
Yeah.
What are some of the things you're excited for?
No, you. Okay. Well, I'm kind of excited for the locks, to put locks on my locker,
because then I can actually do something and it's not just boring around getting stuff out of my locker. I actually get to do something. So I'm excited for that. And I think that's pretty much it. Well, also I'm excited for viola and chorus.
So you guys, what are some of the new responsibilities you face as fourth graders now?
Well, now we have to do a lot more homework and we have to get it in on time, so more homework.
So what would be your advice to parents as they prepare their kids for the fourth grade? What's some advice or tips you can give them?
Tips I can give them? I don't know. I think just getting everything done as early as possible is the key. I have to admit I can be a bit of a procrastinator myself. And there's just nothing worse than running around at the last minute trying to find all the stuff you need and finding all the shelves at Target or Office Depot or wherever totally bare. They don't have any of the stuff you need. So we try every year to do it as early as we can and get our stuff all lined up and get the new clothes and whatever they need all ready to go. So everybody's ready to walk out that door nice and prepared on the first day of school.
What is something different from when the girls went to Irving, right? There's a smaller one?
Yeah.
From when they went to Irving to Bartle in regards to your approach to getting them ready and how you see them react when it comes time for school?
That's a good question. I don't know, there's such a big shift between Irving and Bartle. When you're getting kids ready for Bartle, I think when you're getting kids ready for Irving, because they're so little, it's way more heavily weighted on the parents and parents picking out the clothes and the parents picking out the supplies. The girls, they do a lot of that stuff themselves now. I mean, they're much more independent, self-sufficient, opinionated little people. So it's not as easy to just go out and grab the stuff yourself. You kind of have to do a little bit more consulting and a little bit more back and forth, and they get a lot more say in that kind of stuff. So it's exciting, but it's also a little bit sad to watch them grow up.
Did you know about 40% of high school graduates don't attend college each year due to financial restraints? So that's why I decided to start the Hometown Hero Club, where 25% of each purchase will go towards a scholarship fund and be awarded at the end of each year to the next Hometown Hero. Thanks, Darcy. We appreciate you guys letting us into your household and seeing how you and your family are preparing for the first day of school. We look forward to seeing how that school year ends up going for you guys. Now, this is a part of a segment where we like to call First Day, First Thoughts. It's basically a time where we reminisce with people on some of their favorite back-to-school memories. Check this out.
My favorite back-to-school memory would be going to Berkeley College of Music for the first time for my first semester. To see such beautiful people that were so talented from all over the world was just an amazing experience. They gathered all the freshmen together and we basically just played one night, and it was just a long night, and everybody was jamming and everybody got turns to go on stage, and it was so cool to think that this was my school. It was definitely heartwarming. I met such great people that I know I'm going to know for the rest of my life.
One back-to-school memory that I always had was always going shopping and getting new clothes, new shoes, new watches, new book bags, new school supplies. I always felt it was necessary to show off first day of school.
My most fondest back-to-school memory was probably in 9th grade when I first attended high school called A. Philip Randolph Campus High School. And, I could remember, trying to make sure my gear was fresh. My sneakers was on point, and just, being anxious to take over and starting a new school, especially in high school as a freshman. So that's probably like my fondest moment, man. 9th grade.
This is Carl Anthony Towns of the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I think my favorite back to school memory was my sophomore year in high school. I started off the year and first day, ripped my pants. So definitely was a funny moment in my life, but definitely really enjoyed my year.
Did you know about 40% of high school graduates don't attend college each year due to financial restraints? So that's why I decided to start the Hometown Hero Club, where 25% of each purchase will go towards a scholarship fund and be awarded at the end of each year to the next hometown hero. And as your new superintendent, I vow to make every period lunch period in gym time. No, I'm just playing. That would have been nice to have though when I was in school, but you know. But in this segment, we're going to talk with the new superintendent of the Highland Park School District as he goes into his first year. See some of the goals that he has and some of the things that's helping him prepare for the first day of school in his first year. Check this out. We're here right now with Dr. Scott Taylor, the new superintendent for the Highland Park School District. Dr. Taylor, thanks for joining us today.
No problem.
We appreciate it. And just like today's our first back to school episode, today's literally your first day back to school. So we want to start off, you know, what's one of your favorite back to school memories that you have from growing up?
To be honest with you, seeing all my friends who I don't see when I'm away in the summer. My back to school clothes. I used to love going out shopping for clothes and then saving those clothes for when I started school. I also liked seeing the teachers who I missed. You know, I got close to a lot of teachers when I was in high school, especially. And I always loved coming back and talking to them about their summer and then finally getting to see them again. Definitely. Those are my favorite memories.
Definitely. And you know, with you being the new superintendent, what are some of the things that you're looking forward to in the school district of Highland Park now that you're here?
Well, I think the person who I've inherited the position from, Mr. Soto, has done a great job with the healing process. It's obvious that the community went through a lot of turmoil, and he picked it up and he really settled things down nicely. So I'm looking forward to continuing the healing process, and what I think the community is going to see right away and hear is my outreach. I'm already laying the groundwork to meet with local rabbis, ministers, municipal people, including the mayor and the town council. So I think one of the things that I'm going to hit the road doing right away is connecting with the community. I really want to hear from people about their concerns. The community is also going to be getting regular Honeywell messages, phone messages from me every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Everybody's phone is going to go off at the same time because as part of my outreach, I want to consistently communicate what we're doing to meet the goals that the Board of Education established.
And you know, that's so important. And appreciate, you know, you doing tremendous things like this to keep the community involved with what you're doing and, you know, get them, you know, supporting you as well as you supporting them. For it to be a successful year, what do you want to see? You know, when that final bell rings in June, what could you say and look back on and say, wow, this was a successful year?
I want to see a few things. First of all, that the morale among the school community and the Highland Park community has vastly improved. People are smiling about their schools. They're really proud of their schools. I know they're proud now, but they're even prouder than they were before I came in. I also want to leave in June knowing that we have either already developed a strategic plan, we being the entire community, not just the leadership team or the teachers or the board, but the entire community, has either developed a strategic plan with a set of goals that we're all going to abide by sincerely in the long term, or that we're on our way to developing that strategic plan. Really, those are the two things that I'm hoping to come away with, so I can hit the fall 2016 sprinting, not just running.
Oh yeah, I like that. You know, so with that being said, what are some do's and don'ts that you would give to the students on the first day? You know, some things that you want to see from students on the first day,
That's a great
and some
question.
don'ts that you don't want to see from the
That's a
students
great
to keep them out the principal's office.
Be nice. That's what I want kids to be. Be nice. Be nice to each other. Be nice to the teachers. Be nice to their parents, even when they're having a bad day. The do is to wake up in the morning and choose your attitude and make it a good attitude if you can. Obviously, I want them to work hard too. You know, I got to where I am in my personal life. I have a wonderful family. I'm in a fantastic community, and my professional life because I really, really worked hard. That's a main due that those kids who I'm going to be serving here at Highland Park have to do. The don'ts. Don't oppress other people with your own problems if you can help it. If you need people to help you, reach out. We have the Teen Center here at the high school. We've got great people like yourself in the community they can reach out to. Don't take it out on other people. Find a way to work with your problems constructively, because if you don't, it's going to make not only your world miserable, but everybody else's world miserable too.
Definitely. And any tips towards the parents? I know, you know, a lot of parents are happy that they're sending their kids back to school this time of the year, but you know, as the year goes by, some parents may get a little stressful and things like that.
Sure.
With you being a parent, as well as a superintendent, are there any tips you can give to the people?
Absolutely.
The parents
I wear
there?
my daddy hat as much as I wear my educator hat.
Definitely.
They're on at the same time. Patience. I would hope that all the parents, families, the guardians in this community are patient with their kids. Kids are kids. Even if they're 18, they're still kids. We don't know what they're experiencing on the inside. Even though I wasn't a kid all that long ago, being a kid today is so much different than it was when I was a kid, even when you were a young kid. So patience. Patience and the willingness to reach out for help. You know, the Highland Park School District is more than just a school system. It's a support system, too. That's why I'm so proud of the Teen Center. It's why that Teen Center is there. It's why the municipal government, the mayor and the town council are going to be working closely with the Board of Education down the road and me to make the school district the fulcrum of the community for support and for the schooling that the kids need.
And once again, thank you, Dr. Taylor. We appreciate you. We look forward to a great school year working with you. So as you guys can see, me and Mr. Taylor, we're dressed and pressed. We're here with two fine guys looking great. But let's check out Rick Styles and see what type of tips he has for us for the upcoming school year. Check this out.
Rick Styles here, and this is Fashion 101, Back to School Edition. I'm gonna go over some do's and some don'ts. Do number one, fellas, wear your sneakers. It's just rubber and glue. There's no need to sit in a box all day and talk about how many sneakers you have, but you never have them on. Number two, stay in your budget. There's no need to buy that $1,000 belt and buy the $10 jeans. Buy a whole outfit. Cover the week. Number three, color block. Do you. If you feel that it looks right, it looks right. It doesn't make a difference what the next person says. Camo goes with everything. Pinstripes goes with polka dots. Wear it. Feel free to do whatever you need to do. Do nots. Do not wear any dirty clothes. If it smells like you wore it to gym class all week, it's not fresh. Don't wear it. Don't try to spray any cologne on it, no perfume, no nothing. Wash it, get it next week. Number two, do not wear all your new clothes first week out. Spread it out. Just wear the shirt, just wear the pants, wear the sneakers. Don't wear all your new outfits first week out and have nothing new for when you want to go out Friday and you gotta wear your old stuff from last year. The last one, no days off. There's no relaxed days. Always look presentable. You never know who you're gonna meet. You never know who's gonna walk into that classroom and can lead you to your future. There's no need to come in there with Adidas sandals on and your pajama pants. Wear some jeans, wear a nice shirt, and look presentable. And make sure you have a haircut. And that's Rick Styles, Fashion 101, Back to School Edition. Thank you.
So there we have it. A couple fashion tips, a couple people reminiscing and jogging down memory lane about their first day back to school. I can remember my first day like it was yesterday. But I hope you guys have a great first day to whatever you guys are about to embark on. Once again, I'm your host, Ashton Burrell, and this was the Talk of the Town. And remember, do you.